What's up YouTube, it's me, Will. Now today what we're going to be talking about is how to unlock your very first push-up.
Willie Will. Rackets on rackets, got backings on backings, I'm riding around in the coupe.
Okay, so before we get started, if you haven't done so already, please make sure to click that subscribe button and ding dong the notification bell so you get notified every single week when I upload. Now, there's three things I'm going to talk about. First of all is a progression, which is the most common progression that everybody uses to get started with push-ups. The second is the incline push-up, and the third is eccentrics. So firstly, let's go for the progression. I mentioned this and gave a full lowdown on it in my previous video, so if you haven't seen that, I'll leave a card somewhere up here for you to go check that out. But in essentials, it's the knee push-up. So what we're going to be doing is taking away some of the weight that we have to lift in order to make the exercise easier. So all of the technique is exactly the same. As I said, if you don't know the technique, don't watch my previous video. But what we're going to do is take our feet off the floor. So we'll get into a normal push-up position, put the knees down, lift the feet up, and we're going to do a push-up in this position. And that is the most simple progression that you can use as a beginner to get started with the push-up. For me, this is the most important one and something that is very largely overlooked with beginners when trying to learn the push-up, and that is the incline push-up. So let's head over to these bars and I'll explain what I mean. So the essence of the incline push-up, the reason that it's so valuable is because the higher your hands are, the easier the push-up is because of the gradient, and then that also means that you're having to push less weight, there's less resistance. So you want to find a bar roughly this height. This is about hip height for me. And again, exactly the same technique, hands roughly shoulder width apart, maybe a bit wider. Walk out until you're at a decent angle, until it feels like the same sort of position you'd be on the ground. You want to be in a straight line, hollow body, so core is engaged. And then what we're going to do is protract our scapula, so we're going to push them apart at this top position. We're going to come down, keeping the elbows nice and tucked in until the chest is at the bar, and then push back up to this top position. You don't want to rush the lowering phase, you want to keep it nice and slow, under control, and push back up. Then once this has become too easy for you, then what we can do is move down to this bar, which is only slightly off the ground. Exactly the same principle. Push up position, hollow body, scapula protracted, lower down, keeping everything nice and tight till chest touches the bar, push back up to the top position. With this incline, it's a very, very easy way of gradually increasing the amount of resistance that you're putting on your body, because this would be the easiest, second easiest, and then from here you can take it straight to floor. But the idea behind this is that it enables you, no matter what stage you're at, to be able to complete the movement with proper form, rather than trying to go straight onto the floor with the full push-up and struggling and not actually developing strength in the correct movement pattern. And to that note, that brings me to the last thing we're going to talk about, which is eccentrics. So the idea with eccentrics training is that we are only training the negative portion of the movement, or the lowering phase, and that means that we're going to still be building strength in the movement pattern we want, but in reverse. So if we want to have strength to be able to push up from here this way, but we can't yet do that, what we're going to do is build strength in the opposite of that movement. So going this way, slow and controlled, exactly the same form as before. Stop, come back up, lower down again. What you want to do is keep a good steady pace throughout, nice and controlled. You control the push-up, don't let the negative control you. It's on your pace. I would advise doing this slowly as you can, because we are actually 20 to 30% stronger in the negative of any movement than we are in the positive, i.e. the concentric phase or the pushing phase. Again, what this will allow us to do is be in the correct movement pattern and allow our muscles and brain to develop that connection with what we actually want it to do without having to do the full push-up. And if you use a combination of these three techniques, I'm sure you're gonna have your push-up unlocked in no time at all. Alright guys, that has been my tutorial on how to unlock the push-up. If this has helped you in any way, make sure to drop a like on it, make sure to smash that subscribe button for me. Don't forget to ding dong the notification bell. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.